What you've done today is incredible. Brought people together in unprecedented numbers to show that we will not give in to hatred and division. You brought more than 500,000 people together.
Welcome to all the viewers on Islam Channel. It's an unusual one because normally we're used to now the Palestinian demonstrations. We know how it works. This one is not just for Palestine, it's against the far right. And this is one area where all the different demonstrations have set out to meet. So they've got their own locations. This is where mainly those who are campaigning for Palestine and Palestinian liberation, they're gathered outside the Park Lane Hotel. And we're all going to sort of converge and meet together further down as we get to the assembly point, which I understand is in or near Trafalgar Square. We're going to be here for the duration of the march once it meets the main body of the march, and I'll try and get you exclusive interviews with obviously those who are leading the campaign against the far right, and also for Palestinian justice and liberation.
March with strength and solidarity, but above all, get up tomorrow morning stronger and more determined that we will defeat the far right. We will never give in to the far right. We will win the argument for justice, social justice, here and all around the world. Thank you very much.
Jerry, many an interview that we've done over the last 2 years. Today's quite a different one, isn't it? Because it's not just about Palestinian liberation. This is about anti-racism and the rise of this far right in this country. Tell us, how do people process what's going on, and how do you propose we need to tackle this?
We're all here today because we're determined to defeat the far right. We're determined to defend communities that are under attack, but above all to give hope and confidence to anti-racist campaigners. The far right play on economic injustice and blame it all on migrants and refugees. It's total nonsense. The real reason for inequality and injustice is the economic inequality that exists. Challenge the rise of the wealthy class and you begin to get somewhere. But it's also about education. As I said in my speech, we need an education system that teaches global, world and community history, not just British colonial history.
It seems a lot of the campaigns that you've been fighting for all your life are now coming to a crescendo, racism, fighting against racism, for Palestinian rights, and the wider struggle. You see things taking place in Venezuela, the attacks on Cuba. You were there recently. Are we coming to a moment where, it's getting to that point where, it's going to go this way or that way, I suppose, perhaps a world war?
Well, I hope there's not a world war. I want to see an end to the wars. I want to see an end to the grotesque greed of the arms trade, which has made so much money out of wars and conflict. And it's the peace movement around the world that can achieve that. Remember, the wars are fought by a small number of countries against often the poorest and most disarmed people in the world. Challenge the arms trade and challenge the thinking behind the American so-called security strategy, which gives them apparently a self-obtained right to intervene anywhere.
There's a final question. There's a war going on in Iran. I've got to ask you about that before we go.
The war in Iran is disgusting and disgraceful. The US has just said they're going to invade Iran. It hasn't worked. They've killed a lot of people. They've spent billions on weapons, but they've also started a whole conflict in the region. That war has to stop. Iran's independence must be respected and let the Iranian people decide their own future, not Donald Trump.
I was there when Tommy Robinson did his hate march, many say, last year, and it was quite frightening for us because we were in the covering the counter demonstration. Yeah. And at the time, many said, when is something like this going to happen, where everybody gets together and says, look, enough's enough and we're not going to stand it? Do you think the moment's arrived?
I think this has, and the moment you were talking about was the stimulus for it. Many of us were kettled by the far right. We were small, they were big. And we came away from that thinking that isn't a representation of this country. We've got to make it manifest that people in this country want to live together as brothers and sisters, black, brown and white, Jew, Christian and Muslim. We want to live together. We don't want the far right dividing us. And we reached out from a number of different organisations. We got the Fire Brigades Union involved. We got Stand Up to Racism, Show Racism the Red Card. Quite a small number of organisations at first who decided that we were going to try and launch something bigger and aim for a demonstration. And look at it now. Practically every trades union has joined. Amongst the NGOs, Amnesty International, the biggest in the world, I think, and Greenpeace and Friends of the Earth, and War on Want, Oxfam, Muslim Aid. All these groups have signed up to the Together Alliance. Lots of little local organisations as well. A women's rugby club in Ealing has joined the alliance.
I saw a Woodcraft group for
Woodcraft folk. Yeah. So I think we are making obvious that the great majority of people in this country do not want this division, and I hope that will lift because if you are frightened, one response is to stay in bed and pull the blanket over your head and hope it goes away. If you feel hope that other people feel like you, then you might come out and do more, be more active. And I hope that we'll do that today. And that this will be the start of rolling back those far right ideas in this country.
It appears as though American troops are due to now invade Iran, or certainly take some of the islands. Many say this is practically walking into a death trap because Iran, despite all the sanctions, is still fighting back. I mean, nobody expected Iran would be doing what it's doing, and some experts now say they could continue for 6 months. Some say they can go on for years. Does that give Iranians a sense that actually there is some hope, despite most of the world being unable to speak and unable to do anything because of the might and power of the United States? I mean, perhaps you want to say.
I don't know why there is this war. What is the reason? They say the government has killed the people.
Yeah.
But we have been under sanction for 46 years. So, of course, this is a way to kill a country and then make opposition, because there is some, problem in the country, but we can solve it ourselves. The bomb and killing our people is not going to solve it. And actually, Israel and America, they've been bombing hospitals and schools.
Is that where it changed for many Iranians when they started attacking your infrastructure? Hospitals, schools, construction plants, museums, the Golestan Palace as well.
I mean, change. They shouldn't bomb in the first place. Never mind the hospital and the school. Yeah, they kill 180 innocent girls.
Yes, I mean,
they say they're coming to save the women in Iran, but women are very, liberated now.
yeah.
So we don't need them. I mean, America should mind their own business and stay in their country. They got a lot of wealth. They should leave the East alone.
This is the word courage used by Nigel Farage always. So we are defining him. What is the meaning of courage? And we are from Northwich, all the way from the Northwest, coming here to march for the word together. She's
Wonderful.
Katerina with me.
Hi, Katerina.
Yeah, so we made this, and we used really ancient, old letterpress, all different, but all together. Also, that's the point. It's all the fonts are different. They come from all over the place, but they fit really well together, just like British society.
What's it like in Cheshire? It's a lovely area. I mean, it's beautifully green, and people are lovely as well. But what's it like? I mean, have the far right infected even parts of Cheshire?
Oh God, yes. However, they're out and they're loud, but there are more of us. We've just been down. I mean, I'm an atheist. We've just been down celebrating Iftar at the mosque, where we were welcomed with open arms.
You're in that square where you heard the Tory politicians.
Yeah, and we went there on International Women's Day at the mosque. And I remain convinced. I was a head teacher in a primary school for many years, and I remain convinced that more people are decent, but the right are very loud. They got very wealthy backers, but there are more, even in Cheshire, and we have a little, you can follow us, Northwich Together, And we are a little Facebook group in Northwich, and we monitor, we don't allow any racism. We've got Tories, Lib Dems, we're Labour councillors, we've got Greens, we have one Reform supporter who doesn't say anything racist, but if they do, they're out. We're not giving them a platform. And I remain convinced there are more of us than there are of them.
So let's not the racists stop us. Let not the racist newspapers and media, let them not stop us. Let us move forward. Let us continue to fight, and let us make it clear that we are a better people, a better community than the racists and the fascists, and we are going to put the racists and fascists, we are going to put them to shame. And this demonstration today shows what we want, shows what is possible, shows how we can go forward, and I will congratulate you all for coming out in some numbers, because the important thing is to come together, to give each other courage, and to move on and move forward. Thank you very much.
At the end of the day, they will only win if we stay silent. They will only win if we don't stand up. They will only win if they divide us. Do not let them divide us. Repeat after me: love, unity, joy, hope, love, unity, joy, hope. United we stand, divided we fall. Do not let them divide us. Do not let them divide us. Whose street? Whose street? Whose street? Thank you very much, everybody. And in the last 6 months, up and down the country, it's you, anti-racist activists, who have been organising, mobilising, and I'm pleased to say that as I look down Whitehall, I want you to join me to turn around and see the biggest anti-racist demonstration this country has ever seen. This is the power of our movement, and our message today, our message to little Tommy Robinson: if you come from Muslims, if you come from migrants, if you come from refugees, we are going to shut you down. That's our message. Our slogan on the 16th of May is that every anti-racist, the Palestine organisations for the Nakba demonstration, we're saying to Tommy Robinson, you will not pass. That's our message. What you've done today is incredible. Brought people together in unprecedented numbers to show that we will not give in to hatred and division. You've brought more than 500,000 people together. Look around, I mean it. Look around, look at the people around you. We are intergenerational. We are white, we are black, we are Asian, we are Muslim, we are Christian, we are Jewish, we are non-faith, we are community. And together, we will win. The tide is turning. There have been dark times. I know people have been scared and we have been afraid. But days like this are here to send a message. A message to Tommy Robinson, to Nigel Farage, to those who appease them. The message is, when we turn up in our hundreds, in our thousands, in our hundreds of thousands, we are unstoppable.
For the Together Alliance, we are proud that we've been able to galvanized the entire Muslim community in the UK for this coalition, for this alliance. London alone has over 1 million Muslims. Yes, Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage, hear that again. London has over 1 million Muslims. And this is our home. Whether you like it or not, this is our home. Britain is our home. We are part and parcel of this society.
Assalamu alaikum. He who does not thank the people does not thank God. So I want to start off by thanking the organizers, the Together Coalition, for putting together such an amazing march. Well done to all of them working so hard behind the scenes. I want to thank all of you for coming out on such a cold day. I don't actually feel the cold because my anger against the far right keeps me warm at night. But thank you all for coming out today to march in solidarity. And thank you to all of those who've stood side by side with the Muslim community during the worst Islamophobia that we have seen in generations. You make us feel that there is hope for a better future. Hatred has caused many problems in this country, but it has not solved any single one of them. Hatred will not fix your potholes. Hatred will not fix the economy. Racism will not reduce waiting times on the NHS. Racism will not reduce unemployment. And Islamophobia will never make Britain great again. But unity will. Not love, not peace, unity. Unity means sacrifice. Unity means learning from the people of Gaza when they amplified their voices on social media to change the narrative about themselves. Unity means we need to learn from the French when they decided to work together against the far right in their local elections. Unity means learning from New York when they turned mass protest into mass political power at the ballot box. Unity means we need to teach the people in power that the power is with the people. And until they listen to us, we will not stop. We will not rest. Behind us is the monument to the fallen soldiers. This country stood alone against fascism. This country sent its children to die across the world to destroy the evil of fascism. And we will not let that legacy down today. Thank you.
So my message is simple. If you're not in a trade union, join one today. Start in your workplace. Get together with the people in your community, because it's far more important to fight for each other than it is to agree with each other. It's far more important that we look after each other than whether we look like each other. So that's my message. We have got to build a movement that unites our class, that fights for what's right and fights against division. Solidarity.
When it's sunny, it's too hot. When it's cold, the weather's rubbish and nothing's ever quite good enough, but that's exactly how we like it. England to me is a cup of tea. Being asked how many sugars and saying none, I'm sweet enough. It's sarcasm, banter, bravado, the way we talk without saying much at all. It's not, where are you from? It's who do you support? It's how's your mum, is she all right? England to me is a Tesco meal deal, don't forget your club card. It's 2 pints of sugar and a packet, it's 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Yeah, you are really fit, but my gosh, don't you just know it? It's Thursday being Little Friday and Little Friday being half a day. It's going on a long journey and going, are we there yet? England to me is Turkish barbers with the sharpest trim. It's the shopkeeper letting you off 20p on your skin. It's English neighbours saying, happy Eid, mate. And Muslim mums going, Merry Christmas, love. It's the Diwali lights down the high street and everyone round the same table sharing food. It's Scousers singing Mo Salah, Salah, and Gooners reminiscing about Ian right, Ian right. It's Bob Marley and reggae, Oasis on the karaoke, Sweet Caroline on the terraces, Free Lions every summer. And if you think you've seen flags now, wait until the World Cup's on. Then you'll know about flags, my son. Don't believe the news, don't believe some political parties. Here's what I believe, let's have a proper party. All are welcome, just leave your politics at the door and bring your best karaoke voice. We'll play Twister and Monopoly until it gets late. Because here's what England means to me. It's about loving each other. No matter what colour you are, where you come from, or who your God is. Because when I look in your eyes, I see mine reflecting back. And I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget what my nan told me. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Because this is England. Whether your staple diet is mashed potato or rice, yeah, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
We are here today not only to protest, but to draw a line in the sand and say, racism will not write our future. We are here because of one of the most appalling languages used against migrants, people of color, and Muslims. We are also seeing fearful racist riots. The far right wants us to believe that Muslims are the problem. Let us be clear. The far right movement is no longer lurking in the shadows. It has stepped into the daylight of mainstream politics, and with it has come a storm of hostility, stirred not only by fringe voices, but by powerful institutions, establishment media, politicians who want to use dog whistle politics, and they know that can be louder than 1,000 drums. The words of some politicians and parts of the media are sparks that set the fire of racism and Islamophobia. It weakens the bonds of our diverse society and leaves behind fear, distrust, and division. Friends, hatred is a thief. It not only steals peace from the hearts of those it targets, but it weakens the whole nation. They want us to be arguing about flags, about stopping the boats, about British values, while our neighbors are struggling to buy milk, our children are growing in poverty, homelessness is rising, food banks fill the gap by a broken system, and families are crushed by the cost of living crisis. They want us to blame migrants and Muslims instead of facing the truth. The system we reside under and the government has failed us, failed to provide a welfare system, failed to bridge the welfare gap. We must do better. Rise up and meet the challenges, and rather than look for scapegoats, we must support one another. It is only through making people of all colors and faiths feel equal to our nation that the hearts will be united. And when the diverse hearts converge, then we will become a strong nation. We are here to strengthen the ties that bind us together, and we are here not to divide the nation. We will not become an island of strangers. Today we stand firm. Today we stand side by side. And today we declare there is no space for racism in our country. United we move forward. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you so much for standing with us today, for standing together. This is the end of this event, but it's only the beginning of this campaign. You are the hope. You are the future. Go out and build in your workplaces, in your communities, together.